It looks like we may have a new celebrity romance on our hands between SNL favorite Pete Davidson and Bridgerton star Phoebe Dynevor. Hey guys, welcome back to another shared news from home. We are so excited to discuss this potential romance, these rumors. But before we get into it, if you are new here, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss any future videos from us. As always, I'm your host, Tyler Joseph Ellis, and today I am joined by the always radiant Fiona Zaring. Hello, hello, Fiona. Fiona, first, I just want to get into it. Are you a fan of Pete? Are you a fan of Phoebe, respectively? Not as a couple yet.
Okay. Respectively, I am fine with Pete Davidson. I will not claim to be a diehard fan. I have appreciated some of his work. Sometimes he gets a laugh out of me, but I am not a stan by any means. Nothing against him, just not one of those people for
Sure.
me. Phoebe, though, I am obsessed with and would do anything for, and think is just one of the most gorgeous, warm, wonderful, talented people ever. If you can't tell, I was obsessed with Bridgerton. Love her very much.
Mhm.
What about you?
I love it. Yes. I would also do anything for my girl Phoebe. 100%. And yeah, but in terms of Pete, I'm a huge Saturday Night Live freak. So anyone on SNL, I'm like, huh. And Pete being no exception. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, I love his Chad character on SNL. It's two people that I admire essentially. But Phoebe perhaps
Sure.
more so, like what you said. But I say we get into, get into what the topic at hand. Like, are these two in a romance? Rumors began to start brewing when when Pete was spotted in the UK and he had been seen spending time in Altrincham. Altrincham? Let's say that's right. Greater Manchester, which also so happens to be Phoebe's hometown. So when fans asked him what brought him there, he said he was there to visit friends. No specific friends were mentioned. The Sun has reported that the two were seen together, but unfortunately, there's no photo proof, and obviously, we would show that to you all if that were the case. Phoebe was also recently in New York filming the TV show Younger, so obviously that's where Pete is based. So that, of course, also fueled these romance rumors, as fans do, and fans took this information and then inferred that Pete is likely spending time with Phoebe before she heads back to Bath, England, to start filming, yes, season 2 of Bridgerton, which my heart even flutters saying it out loud. I'm so excited for that to come out. We'll discuss that a little bit more, Fiona, just for our sake. But a source did tell The Sun, according to The Sun, a source did say, quote, Pete is a real charmer and has hit it off with Phoebe, who is obviously beautiful and talented. They have been enjoying each other's company, although they haven't known each other long. The fact that he has flown all the way to the UK shows how interested he is. So, of course, this is a source given to The Sun. So we don't. So we can. It's up to you if you're going to be like, yeah, we believe that source or not. But Fiona, whether these rumors are true or not true, the prospect of this romance. What are your thoughts on this unlikely pairing?
So, yeah, this is interesting. Assuming, of course, that this source, knows everything, is totally dialed
Yeah.
in, and these rumors are true. I don't know how I feel about them together, only because I would never put them together. Does that make sense? Like,
Mm-mm.
he is known for being so raunchy, covered head to toe in tattoos, and there's something about her that just oozes innocence and sweetness, and she's so adorable. And granted, I'm picturing her pretty much as an extension of a modern
Yes.
day version of her Bridgerton character, right? That's when we really got to know her. In every
Mhm.
interview she did, she just seemed really sweet and charming, maybe even a little shy. So I don't know. These are two celebrities that I would never match make if I was given the powers, right, to just pluck two
Yeah.
people and put them together. These wouldn't
Mm.
be the two. That being said, we know opposites attract, and
Yeah.
sometimes two very, very different people can end up being a really great match. So I don't want to knock it. I said to you before we started filming, I was like, oh, are there pictures? I've got to see it. I need to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
them together and see if I can sense it, flesh out a vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure yet. I don't want to say no. I don't
Yeah.
get it, but I also am sort of I need a little something. I need some sort of a
Yeah.
spark. I need to need to read it. So I don't know. What is your
Yes.
initial reaction to the potential of them
I'm
together?
I'm really still laughing at you. You gotta flush out a vibe because I could not agree more with that statement. I really couldn't because I'm like I can picture them as much as I want to together as a couple, but I do also really want to see them together. How they even just look side by side. Um,
Right.
Ultimately, Pete has always surprised me in terms of who he ends up with. I mean, Ariana Grande being an obvious example. That we could see a little bit more. That made a little bit more sense to me ultimately because you look at rest in peace Mac Miller, and there's definitely
Mhm.
similarities between them. So like, I don't think Pete was completely out of left field in terms of that relationship.
Mhm.
This one, of course, does feel like it's out of left field, but ultimately, what you said is totally true. Opposites attract, and ultimately, a lot of my friends, most in fact, are so into Pete Davidson. And though I don't necessarily, I agree. I'm not necessarily one. I mean, Pete, you don't see me dating a lot of Pete Davidson types. A lot of
Sure.
people around me are like, he is the cream of the crop. The person like I am in love with him, that kind of thing. So ultimately, I think it's just you and me, Fiona, maybe not getting something because I think other people, judging from the media storm that has come from just these rumors, I think people are totally
Right.
shipping this couple. So I
Okay.
hopefully, if when if and when we see any sort of actual proof that they are together, whether it be a photo or otherwise, maybe we'll just be enlightened and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But I think you and I are in a similar position, Fiona, where I'm like, it's taking some mental gymnastics for me to even picture what this looks like. But for all we know, this is going to be the new Hollywood couple that everyone is talking about on the cover of all the magazines. You just never know. I mean, just when you think you can call this stuff, you can't. So
Yeah.
that's I'm glad we're on the same page a little bit there, Fiona. But before we go, just because we're here
Yeah.
and it's you and it's me, how excited are you for Bridgerton season 2?
Oh my goodness. When I tell you, I am so excited. There were a few photos, a little while back that one of the Bridgerton boys Instagrammed from some costume fittings or, whatever they were doing to get ready. And I just lost it. It is literally, the same exact look, the same outfits we've seen them in before. No real clues to take from
Mhm.
anything, but just that little glimpse. I was like, I just can't wait for some more of that show's like honestly like magic in my life again. Like there
It
was
is.
something
Yeah.
so wonderful about sitting down to binge season 1, just totally let yourself into that world. It was great. And I think they're taking a really interesting approach, giving like how the books did each Bridgerton's
Yes.
child sort of a moment to shine. And Anthony is a character that, like, I'm not gonna lie, didn't love him so much season 1. So I'm interested to see, like, what am I gonna think of this next season? Am I gonna be
Yeah.
in love with him by the end of it? I mean, just so much to look forward to. I know you're probably feeling the same.
I mean, I'm feeling the exact same, except that I am in love with Anthony. So that's where we differ. I can see why you didn't love him in season 1. He was a very overbearing older brother, but I just have the biggest crush on Jonathan Bailey. So I am in. I am ready. I'm so excited. And he also does like theater and musical theater, and I'm like, okay, you're checking all my boxes, Jonathan Bailey. So yeah, I think Bridgerton season 2, that is going to be the event of the whenever it comes out, whether it be this year or next. But I'm so ready, and Fiona, I think I will be live texting you as soon as it comes out, and I
Yes.
watch it
Yes.
because ultimately, I think there's very few things that I'm looking forward to more than the second season of Bridgerton. But that is all we have for you now. As always, we of course want to know your thoughts. Are you excited for the two, respectively? Are you rooting for Pete and Phoebe? Are you a fan of them separately? So we kind of want to know your thoughts. Did you see this coming and we're just like completely blinded to some signs? I don't know. Let us know. And before you go, please be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss any future videos from us. Who knows? Maybe we'll be reporting on any updates on this couple. So be sure to do so. As always, I am Tyler Joseph Ellis. I was joined today by Fiona Zaring. If you want to say hello and stop by on our social medias, they are on the screen below. But hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. And until next time, bye.
Bye.